everybody can't go into a stable. You ain't got no chickens in the stable. You ain't got no pigs in the stable. Yeah.
Okay.
You housing what you protected. See what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Okay? So if it's in the stable, it's no ordinary animal. Okay?
Still an animal, mind you, ladies.
And even in that partnership or that relationship, it still goes back to when you do the marriage vows. If you're married, you're supposed to hang in there. You're supposed to fight through. You're supposed to, no matter what, see it to the end.
She was like, I'm not gonna lie, Ash. I don't want to pay rent by myself. And that's, I hate to say that's what's keeping her in a relationship, but that along with a couple other things, you know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're a fool for them.
Jay Cameron.
You came on the wrong part. Yeah, we're recording, so we're gonna circle back to it. Bro.
You know,
I'm not about to catch me
nope.
slipping.
Hey, you know, what? Oh, I'm glad you told me that because I started left.
You about to start off left?
I'm left. I'm left.
For real?
Yeah.
What got you left, man? Go ahead.
The comment that was made before the cameras came on.
What was the comment? Nah, let people know.
Talk about it.
Go ahead, bro.
Ain't my people.
Introduce you. I'm a new friend. All things black. She black.
Yeah.
Guys, y'all know I'm Dash. I decided to bring my best friend today. My best friend's name is Indigo.
Hi, guys. How are y'all doing today? I'm Indigo. I'm an account manager for a cannabis company. This is my best friend, Ash. Right
Wait.
here.
Now you say that?
Yeah.
Now you say that? No samples? No samples.
I did actually. I brought her.
Wow.
Her, us,
We forgot.
we.
Us.
I forgot. I'm sorry. I'm
Damn.
sorry. I did say I was an account manager.
You're supposed to lead with that.
Wow. She didn't leave with that.
I said hi. I told you I was an account manager.
Y'all do shipping?
We do.
Y'all want to sponsor a show?
Maybe.
We don't talk about
Let's
that.
rock.
Well, that could definitely be discussed.
Let's rock.
possibly,
Let's
yes.
rock.
Yeah.
Let's rock.
People got mental issues and depressed, so we might need to help.
Oh yes.
We got solutions, y'all.
Some people just want to relax.
Just relax.
I feel like cannabis is good for both of those, though. I feel like
Yeah.
it's got a negative stigma around it for, it's that older crowd has a negative stigma around it, but in reality, it
Let me help you
relieves
out.
pain, it relaxes you, it's got health benefits. But I'll
But
let you get into it.
you said the older crowd got a stigma about it?
You only see, or do you consider yourself the older crowd?
Girl, I ain't even a crowd. It's just me. I am
I
kin.
stand alone.
I am kin one man. Remember that. Whenever you think about me, kin one man. You see me doing something great, kin one man. You see me doing something off, kin one man. Okay, but the older crowd that you speak of, they only complain about it. It's the freaking smell.
And they're uneducated.
They're uneducated.
No,
for sure.
we don't like all the new stuff y'all add. We like it back in the day when it used to smell good. When you used to,
We have it.
yeah.
We have those options today.
Now, when they,
I never smoked before, so.
hey, now, okay,
I smoked before.
it smelled it
I
before.
just smelled it. Yeah, it's different. It's different.
Yeah. Now it burned the hairs in your nose now.
It don't.
They got names for it. They got different names.
Where you getting that from?
Yeah, it depends
Where
on
you
what
getting
kind
that
of
from?
What?
Where you getting the burning hairs from? What kind is that? You got that off the street?
It's loud.
Okay, look here.
They said
Let me
it's
straighten you
loud.
right now. When I make my jokes, you let my jokes just be jokes. Okay? And just let them ride. Let them ride. You
I
question
wanted
me.
to know. I was curious.
You question me
I
about
want
my.
some of that.
You taking my jokes a little too literal here.
I want some of that.
She said she was
I-
work for a cannabis company, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what is your? I mean, what do you do on the daily?
So on the daily, you can consider me a middleman. I am who you contact to get your orders to the dispensaries. If you want to get an in-store presence, if you want some samples, if you want anything like that.
You're the plug.
I'm the plug. I
What's the name
am.
of the company? What's the name?
Rove, ROVE. We specialize in vaporizers, but we do also offer flower options as well as concentrates, edibles, all that good stuff.
Tinctures.
That's amazing.
Tinctures, we have CBD tinctures, non-psychoactive, but we do have those. Yes.
I know there's one that's like 1,200 milligrams CBD,
Yes.
1,200 milligrams THC.
That's a...
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, that's right down the street around the corner.
Look.
Botanical Science, around the corner.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to hit them up. Botanical science.
I got a card.
But I can definitely talk about cannabis all day. Please.
We're not gonna do that.
Episode.
Hey, this
I
is-
will be here for that one.
This is a family show. Let's go. Let's go.
Never dull moment on Singleton Brown Live.
Yes.
Singleton Brown Live on all platforms. Check us out. We also on Roku TV. Download the app Gift TV. On Instagram, Twitch, YouTube. We coming to a stage, a platform near you.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have fun tonight.
Yeah.
Good topic.
Good topic. Let's get
Good
it.
topic.
What-
We just get right into it. One topic.
Yeah, let's
So
go.
the topic is what boxes should be checked before you get into a relationship. Once again, what boxes should be checked before you get into a relationship?
So what do you need to make sure of before you decide to venture off and try to lock somebody down?
It's a lot.
In Atlanta?
So
Because that was the first.
First,
it's different here.
First box?
Atlanta is its own place.
first box?
Make sure
Yeah.
they are a
Male,
woman or a man.
male or female? Box one.
For
Yes.
baby pictures.
Yes.
Yeah. Baby picture.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was definitely going to be my first question.
Hey,
You
first
know,
box to check in Atlanta is male or female. If it says other, it's probably her brother.
Oh, my Lord. Is that
Got it,
only in
man.
Atlanta?
No.
Are there other cities like that?
No, the
So
whole
I'm
United
not.
States.
I'm
The
not
whole
gonna
United
lie,
States.
but mainly, I'm not gonna lie. It is crazy here. But being that we're not from here and just
Yes. Yes.
kind of getting into the Atlanta vibes, it's a lot.
Mm.
And I've seen some good work. Like I've been fooled. I can't
Oh,
imagine
yes.
being a man and trying to date.
I never had that problem.
You can tell. Always.
I never had that problem.
They usually frequent places, though, so
They do.
You know,
Yeah.
They do.
yeah.
I give out that aura that if
Oh,
you come
okay.
at me like that, you might be about to go to sleep. Okay?
So the boxes that we're trying to make sure that are checked, are they my boxes or are they your boxes? Like, am I supposed to be checking my own boxes or am I
I think
looking
both
for?
ways.
They're
Yeah,
different.
okay.
Their boxes are different.
Because everybody don't mix. You know, being compatible or being, just because you like a person, they don't,
I think
just
as a
in emotional
woman,
feelings.
the boxes that you yourself want checked, you need to make sure that you have stable income yourself. You need to make sure you're well put together. You kind of can't ask for things that you don't have yourself. And maybe it's good to get something from the male perspective. What boxes do you feel like women should have checked before they go venture out and date?
I can't speak for you.
No, we speak for the women.
Oh, I'm very well put together,
Yes.
so you will never
Yeah.
speak for me. But if you know, what do
Okay,
you look
that
for?
was a little personal.
Well, yeah, Mr.
You never speak for
what did he say?
me.
And the one.
Look,
and
the
the
one,
one.
like, what? I just did the same thing, but in my version.
Okay.
He not gonna answer the question.
No. So I got another question. So, you got your boxes? Okay. Can't nobody speak for you? How's it been working for you so far?
Well, I've been married less than 3 times. I think it's been working well so far. I'm young and pretty, and
no.
it's not that people haven't asked for my hand in marriage. They just
You
did
know
not
that's
check my
gonna-
box. They didn't check the boxes.
You
I
know
didn't
that's
like it.
going to fade. Oh, they checked the box, but it wasn't that box.
They don't check the boxes that I look for,
Oh.
and everybody else's boxes don't matter.
Do you feel like your boxes are more than your own boxes?
Not necessarily. I do feel like a lot of women have unrealistic boxes.
Mm.
All right.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
literally, I feel like anything more than what you have, you can't ask for anything more than what you have. Even if you would date a you're good. If you want to date above you, that's fine, but that is something that you have to, everybody wants to date above them.
Yes.
But asking to date someone above you is not you should be able to date a you and be okay with that. Anything else is unrealistic or is a plus.
Nah. See, man.
No, hey.
Somebody similar.
Yeah, see,
some people bite off more than chew. They say they
well,
want to jump up to this person,
Mm-hmm.
and they not there themselves, or they can't hold up to that level.
Forgive me. I feel like that person on that level, he or she should recognize, like, okay, they're not at this level yet. Like that's you taking a chance for sure.
Let me help you out. A man will date a diamond in the rough. Okay? A woman wants a ready-made product.
She dates up.
Do you feel like that's 100% of the time?
Yes.
That's a great
hypergamy.
Yeah.
Because I definitely feel like there are plenty of times when us as do also go for that diamond in the rough where someone the potential.
No, y'all just make bad choices. Y'all paying all the bills. Okay. He ain't got no job, but he do got his PlayStation 5 and he chilling and he babysit the kids while you at work. So y'all think, okay, I'm good now because I had to pay for a babysitter. And then he at night, he ain't going nowhere. I'm good. No, you're not. Okay? Because when you get mad at him, he's going to be at the other girl house.
See, now I can't speak
and
for
she
those
got an
women.
Xbox.
You can't speak for those women.
I can't speak for those women. I can only speak for me. And personally, I've dated men who may not be the most physically attractive or the most financially stable.
Mm-hmm.
But there are traits that I guess you can say suffice for those things. And as women, we can see, okay, he may not have a job now, but he has the drive. He has the drive to want one. He has the passion to want one. And so we're looking at that potential, and we're willing to work with that potential.
But okay, so that is the question.
But here's the problem though. Women always think they can fix somebody and help somebody.
Okay, so you contradict yourself a lot.
No.
Hold on. Stop right there.
Let me cook. You got a section of dudes out there, and they act like they in need. Okay, it's like, let's say buddy act like he can't read, and you like, I can help you with that. He be like, what the word here?
And you read.
Yeah, did you teach him how to read? He rubbed me on the back. Next thing you know, bam!
He reads to another woman. Hey, you're a poet.
Yeah, y'all like helping. Okay, women are natural nurturers. But sometimes y'all look at men as projects. Like y'all can mold and y'all can change.
But why does it have to be looked at it as a project? Why can't we both be starting at a certain point in our lives and grow together and help each other grow together?
Because we do the same shit to y'all.
Okay, so
that's not an issue.
Okay? We look at y'all as projects too. And because if I meet you and I have to mold you to what I like.
Have to?
Oh yeah. Because
have to. That's the
because if I meet you and you a finished product, it's like eating another nigga sandwich. That ain't mine.
First of all,
somebody else put that package together.
On her finger already.
No. Oh, if I'm molding, I'm gonna put a ring there. I'll put a couple rings.
So then, can I ask you why? Since we're molding, and as a man, if you mold, you put a ring on her finger. Where do you personally think? I guess that stops for the woman, because from what I'm gathering is like, okay, we mold them for so long before we let them go. We don't finish.
That's not
the
plan to let them go.
Okay.
If I'm molding you for me.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like whatever you done in life, all your life experience, nothing was catered to me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like the way you cook, that was not catered to what I like.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? The way you clean, the way you sex, that's not catered to what I like. So I have to mold it to my specifications.
Forgive me, but that's not you molding her. That's her honing in on what her man likes, and she understands that. That's knowing what the table needs and bringing that to it. Some
women can't hone; they just hoes.
So no. Those are the women.
Can't speak for those women.
But no, really though. But see, it's a two-way street though. It's a two-way street.
You're right.
If I'm molding you to my specification, I'm just paying attention to what yours are. You know, it's like dealing with an alpha. Once he make a decision, that's what it is. Now that's not in an authoritative way, like I'm demanding, but he's gonna do and say the proper things that bring a certain thing to pass that he's seeking to do. You see what I'm saying? So if a man's an alpha, he make a decision. I want her. Oh, he's gonna do what it takes to get her. You see what I'm saying? Not all them other ones, but he's gonna do what it takes to get her.
So I just want to go back to why can't we use the word growth instead of molding? I feel like molding is very
like you're raising a puppy.
Yes, like I feel like we said, like
I would love to raise a puppy.
So what happens when the molding goes wrong? That's when you let them
Hey.
go, or I guess at what point do we decide that the molding isn't working?
You might pick the wrong person.
Is she still when she not listening?
Yeah.
When you get tired of talking,
that's it.
So when we get tired of talking, we're just supposed to say, okay, this person can't be molded.
I know where you're going with this, because when we do that, we're runners, we're track stars, we leave, we're so much. We get called all of these names, and you guys, you're literally doing the same thing that we're doing. There's nothing wrong with what you do. However, we'd like it to be okay that we get to do the same.
But you always
get to leave. That red flag isn't. We can't wash this red flag and turn it white.
So these are kind of conversations that people don't have up front.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm talking about the hard content. What you like, I like.
Those boxes.
Because you gotta have some fine lines, boundaries, whatever you want to call them, up front. This is a non-negotiable.
Yeah.
Yes.
My girl ain't gonna have all them friends.
No, wait.
I don't like
wait.
I don't like that.
Clarify. She can have friends, but clarify.
Yeah, you sound controlling.
Yeah.
Bro.
I gotta help you out. I'm trying to help you out now. The way you saying that. She can't have all no friends.
No. I don't like a friendly woman. That is me. My preference.
Friendly woman towards
other men.
Exactly.
My preference or something like that. That is me.
Can I just ask, because I am what they would consider a friendly woman. When you say you don't like your female friendly, would you prefer her to, I don't want to say necessarily be rude, but am I not supposed to walk in the room and greet everybody and smile?
See, the thing about it is, hey, how you doing? But I'm just saying, you just having a conversation with a stranger.
Hey.
Is that horrible?
Hey, what's the song?
I'm good.
Hey. What's the song? What old girl said? You can't show your teeth to every man you meet.
She told her that back in the day.
Yeah.
I'm like, why? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everyone got to protect you and do all these things, and men are very.
I will say I smile less at men and get less pushback.
Yeah.
So when you smile a whole bunch, they think you're flirting.
I
don't want that.
So you see, that's all it's saying.
But forgive me, because I can't wait for the day where somebody approaches me and asks some questions and I'm pretty sure with them, and I just get to hit one of them.
But see, that's funny. Hey, you know what? That's funny because when we wear a ring, they notice it long before they speak up,
very quickly,
and they come to say, "Hey," you know, and I'll be like, "Funny thing."
That is a red flag.
That is.
Finish that thought, because I want to know where that's going.
You really?
You was about to cut and start a different story. I want to know where that thought was going. Yep.
Women seem to be more attracted to men that are unavailable. Like a woman want what she can't have.
Does the same not apply for men?
Nah, see, there's a scripture in the Bible that you're not supposed to touch another man's wife. There's a curse applied to that. So if I meet a woman and she has a boyfriend or she has a husband, I don't even look at her like that. It's not even an option for me. That's not even my mindset.
What did we say earlier? Can the one man that possibly thinks that way?
What, the one man?
The one man that thinks, oh, hey, the Bible says I'm not supposed to.
I know some dudes don't think that way, but I don't hang out. I don't hang out with them.
Do you feel like more? But you feel like more women think that way than men.
Think what way?
Think that we want something that is already taken.
Yeah.
Also, too, is that not a red flag that you guys typically? Let me not say you guys typically, but that some men typically go for, like. What? Oh, she noticed my ring and she's still approaching me. Well,
I'm totally turned off. I'm totally turned off.
You're probably a good man, kid.
Totally turned off.
To a lot of the people, that's why.
But if we in the club in the dark, nah. I'm joking.
What's another box? We're talking about boxes.
Okay.
Well, anybody that's tuning in, make sure you comment. Let us know where you're from.
You know.
Hey, join in, call in. The number going to flash across the screen.
Yes.
But yeah, we're talking about what boxes should be checked before
Yes.
you get in a relationship.
I think men are out here dating without having their lives together.
I can agree.
So they ain't got no boxes?
Man,
They don't have
the
no
man-
boxes?
So
No.
yeah,
They close their
they
boxes
expect us to just erase the boxes because they have great personalities.
I don't even
and-
think a raise.
Oh my goodness, what else?
I
Uh,
think
are
they want us to
Man.
make the boxes.
Come on.
They want us to tell them
I have to
what
make
our
the box.
boxes
I have
are
to check
so
the
that
box.
they can mold or conform into what we're looking for.
Okay.
Well,
And I don't want to say forget about their own boxes, but I do feel like later on down the line, when you've spent so much time focusing on my boxes, you forget, oh, hey.
I got these boxes I need to make sure are checked too. As a man, come on.
you,
So
you,
you should be dating with purpose then.
Yeah.
Of course.
That's
Of
what people
course.
say.
but
Oh, no.
bro ain't got no money. He don't need to be out there dating.
May I ask though, because it's unfortunate, but a lot of the men you talk to are not looking to date. They're not looking to marry. So when they are looking to date, what does dating with purpose mean? If that person that's
Courting.
dating
Courting.
never wants to get married, like what does that look like? What does that mean?
Well, it depends on the man. It depends on the person and the woman and who they dealing with. If a man tell you straight up, hey, I'm just out here having fun, and you think you're going to change his mind,
Right.
that's on you.
Red flag.
So,
Don't do it.
hey, I'm just out here having
Please.
fun. I'm just out here trying to find myself. Whatever they say, that's on the other person to take a chance on that.
That's 2025 dating.
I'm just
right there.
saying, woman or man.
I've unfortunately had the luxury of crazy, and they were just out here dating and having fun, and so I decided to cut ties. However, they just kept coming back and coming back.
Yes.
And coming.
Yes.
You kept letting them
That's
come
not
back.
letting. It's crazy. When a man shows
What you
up
lace-
at your
hey, what you
doorstep,
lace that
first
with?
of all, that's insane.
Yeah.
I'm calling the boys. Don't do this again. Yeah, you know, those are things that women really deal with.
Yes.
We do deal with
So
being.
He showed up with his boxes.
I got him checked.
Wait,
I got him checked.
You told me to get boxes.
Hey,
I'm
hey.
sorry.
No, you got it.
Okay, let's do this.
Joke
Let's do
box.
this.
I'm sorry.
One of the boxes. I can't say box number one. And I do this, okay? Sometimes I tell them in advance I'm doing this. Sometimes I do this without telling them. Box number one, I give a woman a mental evaluation to make sure she can handle any situation dealing with me. Because a lot of women, they ain't mentally stable. They're not emotionally stable to handle a relationship.
But I
So-
can piggyback off of that because that was definitely one of my personal boxes. And just not for me personally, but I think all women, before you start dating, you need to make sure that you have your past traumas healed. You need to make sure that you are ready for anything that this new man can bring into your life and help you learn or whatever the case may be. So that is definitely something that she needs to take on her own account.
As women, we also need to be aware of the things that we're still carrying with us from that past relationship, and those are things you have to strip yourself of, have to get rid of, and
How do you do that?
So that's from self-reflection.
Yes.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yes.
Takes time.
It does take time, but that's also something that I feel like, not men versus women. I feel like a lot of people don't do. Take time. You do need to heal. You do need time after somebody, and there
How
are
much time?
the
How much
beings
time?
that it's different. It's different from person to person.
Because people got needs. I mean, I can do some catch and release in meantime. I mean,
Oh, wait,
Yes!
and then we good.
I catch and release. Look, hey. She just agreed that you can have catch and release in the meantime.
I do think so.
Oh,
Yes, because if you're, say I'm healing from, forgive me for anybody who may have been through anything like, but let's say something as simple as cheating. If I'm healing from cheating, that is not going to stop me from going out here and having fun with other men.
Okay, my.
Me being single, I don't have to worry about anybody cheating on me.
But you know what they say?
What?
Most women who I'm gonna say it this way for a reason. Most women who felt like they got cheated on, right? And they go into another relationship.
Yeah.
He normally got somebody.
And now you're on the back burner waiting to see what he gonna do.
Who we got here?
Not necessarily.
I personally
we
would.
leave. So first of all, when we leave, we've mentally been.
No,
gone
we
for a
talking
while.
about when you leave that person to go out in the world
And
to
have
start
fun.
dating.
Yeah.
Oh, have fun.
Have fun.
That is
So
different.
most women, we go have fun.
Oh,
So we
Lord.
don't
See.
start dating. The good ones.
I'm
First of all, the good ones stuck in that relationship as long as they could mentally handle
That
it.
part.
And then the break was probably a break. You know that
break.
See, I'm not a
break,
fan.
that means breakup. That break was probably a rough breakup, is what I mean.
Okay.
And so, why would I go out and I still have trauma like that rough breakup? Oh my gosh, why would you go out and try to date somebody? No, you're gonna go out and have fun.
See, I'm not
And
a
if in the
fan.
meantime we see
With whoever checks those physical boxes.
Uh-oh.
Have fun.
See, I'm not a fan of 2025. Just have fun.
Okay.
I mean, I'm newly divorced as of how many months? Back in September sometime.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody say, just go have fun, go have fun. I'm like, I'm not with that program just to go have fun. You know, I do meaningful things and just having fun. And you look at soul ties, and I'm like, if I'm having fun, she having fun. I mean, I'm having fun with her and him from the last time he was with her.
No, why
I'm like
that though?
why? Because that's reality. That's the truth.
I mean, that's the
The way,
I'm 30 and you a little older than me. The women that you date, they've been. They just haven't.
Oh shit!
I don't know how else to tell you.
Hey, you haven't met them personally, but I understand what you're saying. Okay,
No,
but no, it's like, okay, I learned something from every relationship going into the next. The biggest thing with anybody, whatever problems you may personally have within the relationship, because of pride, because of stubbornness, you don't fix it within the relationship. But a relationship over, you're going to make this adjustment where you're not going to have the same issue going into the next relationship.
Correct.
You're going to have some other problems, but you ain't going to have that problem. But it's like in 2025, all this, we're back in the 60s and the 70s with the free love right now. and I'm like, you get free love, but they got piggybacks and add-ons that come up with that and stuff that you can't get rid of. And
I was just gonna say, are we on the same page? Is it free? Yeah.
So boxes again.
Boxes.
You got boxes. You know, if you just checked in, checking us out, comment, like, join in, call in. I see Ms. V. Williams said that should be for both men and women. For mental health.
Yeah.
But she the type of woman, though, she drive dudes crazy.
Oh,
wow.
You see what I'm saying?
For real?
Yeah.
D. Williams?
D. Williams, call it. She drives dudes crazy, okay?
I heard that.
All right. And then you
mad at it.
got the type of man, some men, they drive women crazy. You know what I'm saying? Thing they have in common is the crazy. So it's like, give them a mental evaluation. Like, I got this thing, right? Hey, no, I got this thing.
Yeah.
I'll give you about 20-25% of the man, right?
Uh-huh.
You can deal with that. I may amp it up to 30-35. I gradually increase as I go, right? I ain't never gave nobody 100% of the man.
Can we get some examples? Or I would just like some examples.
It's just like
of like what is 20% of the man opposed to 100%?
I have never given 100 because that's like supernova.
Okay, so when we're starting off, it's definitely a thing of just like
I'm gonna make some changes in your life. I'm Mr. Make It Happen man. If you got an issue or problem, you no longer have that.
Okay,
I'm gonna put you to a place of peace, and then we're gonna go from there. There's levels to everything.
Okay,
You see what I'm saying? No, we're not going out the roof Chris on the first date.
okay.
You know, we're gonna work our way up.
I agree.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like any man that dates a woman, he should be able to be close enough in her life to see what she got going on and know we need to help out with to balance her out. Because if you're gonna be a true helpmate to me, I got to make sure you have no problems, issues. Because if I'm over here about my purpose and I'm trying to be successful and you over there struggling, no, it don't work like that.
Okay.
But if I got you secure and if I just so happen to need you, you're available to me to help assist or whatnot. So, but you see a lot of dudes, if you with a guy and you got an issue or problem and you mention it to him, he be like, oh, wow, let me know how that's going to work out. You see what I'm saying? Like, oh, keep at it. You can get it.
Yeah. You got this, babe.
Yeah, in the back of your head, you be like, but I gave you some last night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was like, appreciate it.
Yeah.
You be like,
not without the test being here.
Come on now, that would have been handled before you got
that. Wait, what she say? Not without the what?
Not before the task is handled.
Oh.
The tax.
The task. He handled the task, didn't he?
Well, I'm not thinking about no ass I gave up. I ain't give up no ass, and I still
See.
My granny told me not to sell it, but it shouldn't be free. Do what you want with that.
Come on now.
What about barter?
Barter? Oh
Yeah.
no.
Hey,
Rice is crazy.
hey, I'm like DMX. Stop your foolishness. Hey, I'm like DMX. You got what I got.
Oh.
Another box. We need some boxes.
Personally,
Checking box.
I look for a man's boxes that need to be checked. You need to be financially stable.
Yeah.
You gotta have a car. You gotta have a car. You might have a donut or two. You gotta have a car.
We got a strong Uber account.
No, you need a vehicle because that man without a vehicle. No, for real. For real. No. That man without a vehicle, he doesn't know what it's like to upkeep that vehicle. He don't know what it's like to pay that car note and insurance. Like he don't know what that's like.
What if he don't drive?
What
if he don't drive? I know people successful that don't have cars, don't need cars.
That's great.
Like I haven't lived in New York, but if I'm in New York, I don't have a car.
Yeah.
No.
That's true.
Girl,
I'm family oriented.
all my women got cars. Why I need a car?
I'm sorry?
If all my women got cars, why I need a car?
If all of your women
Have a car.
No, I was just gonna hone in on you.
I think the viewer saw my face on that one.
Hey, she take the bait every time.
I definitely caught that.
So we need a car.
But those are my boxes. Yeah, basic
car
stuff.
is
What's crazy is the things that I have. I have a job. I have a home. I have a car. I have my responsibilities taken care of.
I got a question.
And y'all know me and that credit score.
I got a question. Why has no one said that box number 1, are you a man or woman of God?
That was number 2. We gotta figure out if they're.
That's never number 2.
First, and then we gotta find out.
Does he have a relationship with God?
Some people put that on the back burner.
And so I was gonna say we definitely had
saying.
this conversation. I could be what they considered a PK. That, forgive me. Please do not eat me up in these comments.
I'm a PK too, but go ahead.
But personally, that is not a box for me to check. Mainly because I have my own personal relationship with God. Don't get me wrong. I do want my man to have some type of relationship. Some. I'm not. It's not a requirement for me. If you wake up and you tell me, "Hey, I believe in God. We have our own relationship. We talk when we talk. I may not go to church every Sunday. I don't go to Bible study. I don't own a Bible.
It ain't gonna work.
And that's for you. For me, I don't. Because me personally, I am not that woman. I'm not gonna be in church every Sunday. That's just me personally.
If I met a woman and she ran it like that to me, I'm good. And I'm like, okay, this ain't gonna work.
Why?
Right. So I was gonna say, is that implying that he doesn't, or he or she doesn't have a relationship with the Lord?
If she ran it to me like that, okay, as in though she didn't have a relationship, she go, I'm not churchy like that, I'm not this, I'm not that. I'm like, we ain't gonna be equally yoked to a certain degree. And it's like, you're not gonna understand certain principles or certain things about me.
Okay.
You're not gonna be able to relate, You're gonna be like, well, that's what you do. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? And I'll be like, okay.
Because when you do things, you do them with the intentions of coming from the Lord.
Well, it's like if you I tell a lot of people, right? I look at the 10 Commandments as not commandments, but as principles.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
And so steps in my life, I don't care who I'm dealing with, what I'm doing, I operate by a set of principles. Because even no matter what the situation, I'm not going to go against my principles. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, am I super churchy? No.
Right.
Okay. Am I dusted and dial? No.
Right.
Okay. But I do understand the word. I have a strong relationship with God. And it's like, if you don't, our spirits are not going to really connect.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, but don't get me wrong. I will catch and release.
Well, we can bring the devil over here for a quick
second. No. He ain't going to be in the room.
Okay.
I don't share with nobody. We good.
Okay.
So, you said if she ran into you like that, it wouldn't work out. Is that not something like you?
At this point?
I'm just saying.
At the beginning, we're talking about the beginning.
Yeah, we're molding. We're molding. We're creating and we're molding.
Listen.
Why don't we mold in a different way? We're
not molding history.
He made us creatures of free will and choice, right? If that is your choice, okay, I look at parents, I look at friends, I look at counselors, I look at mentors. Their job is to give you the best information possible so you can make an informed decision. Okay? So if I give you that information and your informed decision that, that's not me, it's not going to work. Like, I can't tell you what to do. You see what I'm saying? I can show you what I do. But would you be around long enough for us to make that connection? Probably not.
I guess I feel like that's not right because you want to. So for me, you want to mold me.
We're talking about boxing. That's your boxing, my boxing.
Yeah.
Okay, so
that's all we're saying.
If she's my best friend said,
Unknown caller.
Okay, she doesn't own the Bible, but she believes in God. I have a relationship with him, but I don't talk to him every day. Okay, so she said that about somebody else. We're taking that person, and we're saying that. Okay, so why is it that in that aspect you don't feel like you can help mold her? She checks all your other boxes, whatever those boxes may be. How come you don't feel like, okay, she doesn't have a huge relationship with God, but I would like her to have more of a relationship with God. As the man in her life, as the man in her life, why do you feel like you can't lead her into a good relationship with God?
I'm willing to lead if she's willing to follow. But if she says that's not me,
that's her choice.
Exactly. I'm not going to force it.
She doesn't know what she doesn't know. And I'll rattle off that's not me.
First of all,
I don't know what I don't know.
She ain't a teenager. She's not a little girl.
Not a teenager.
She don't hurt. She don't know.
Moldable at all aspects of life. And
she ain't got a Bible, but she got a smartphone.
It's still a choice.
There's a Bible on every phone.
I guess I feel like that part shouldn't be a cop out. If she doesn't have
a relationship.
Look what you said. Look what you said.
Okay, so, but the box. What if the box is half checked? What if it's like filled in halfway?
No. The thing about it is, as a man,
okay,
and I gotta follow God now, and I'm wholehearted. That's all I got. If a woman tell me she don't feel all that spiritual stuff, that's fine. She's not for me.
Exactly.
Because that's a choice. Because I gotta lead you, and all my principles gonna come from a place where you're not even gonna receive them. So you're gonna despise what you don't receive. And I'm your leader. So if you despise, you're gonna start despising me for my principles.
Not necessarily. A lot of the times, the education in your words and how they're portrayed. A lot of times, people steer clear of churches, Bible, and this and that. You don't know what has happened to them or with them, or
we just talking about box.
What I did? Hey, who was the richest man in the Bible? Solomon. Okay, and he had how many wives he had? What he had? 700 wives.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Concubines.
Yeah, but guess what brought Solomon down? That's what brought him down.
No, for real.
Yeah.
Okay?
Wow.
That's a powerful...
I always get told to let him cook.
Like literally, all the other wives was in line in this one.
Yeah.
Everything and all the men of God told him, hey man, you keep dibbing and dabbing and all these different women that don't believe in what you believe in, they're gonna bring you down. He didn't listen. He didn't listen. He got brought down.
By one woman.
You got a couple of men in the Bible like that.
Yeah. You got men in life like that. You got men that live in a purposeful life and they roll up. And I know women meet dudes and they do often change their life. I know that. Yeah. But you have men living a purposeful life and roll up on the wrong woman that totally alters everything in his life. Okay?
And vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See that too?
Vice versa.
But a lot of times. Yeah.
My question is, we said we are leading with our principles. At one point, do we, I guess, stop thinking that they're going to follow? Like, is it really are we really drawing the line that if you come to your wife or your lady and you like, hey, I want to sit down and I want to talk about this, and it may be something religious, but she says,
at what point do you feel like she's not moldable?
Yes. At what point? If you're like, baby, we just woke up. Before our feet hit the ground, we're supposed to pray.
Okay.
And she wakes up one
like,
day.
Nah, I ain't trying to
and
do
so
all
I was
that.
gonna say, she wakes up one morning. Not saying that she has never done it with you, but there may be a morning or two where she's like, baby, not this morning. Is it still like a no?
Hey, can I tell her?
Yeah, please.
I was in the situation.
Yes.
Okay. I woke up on a Sunday morning, right? Laying on the couch with a female. Woke up, it was 9:15. Like, man, damn. She go, what's wrong? I said, I woke up late. I was planning to go to church today.
Yeah,
you know, like that. You know what she said? That's okay. laid back. You can have your church right here and pull the comforter back.
Oh.
You can have your church right here. I said
I ain't
mental
saying,
note.
oh my God. I'm not.
Hey,
I'm not disrespecting him like that.
She told me you can have your church right here.
Oh, wait.
I want to ask you. This might be funny.
Don't ask. Don't ask.
Okay, I'm going to say something.
Go ahead, say it.
Look,
Is
you
it
going
Huh?
to kneel at the altar?
1, 2, or 3?
What?
I want to
You
know.
going to kneel at the altar?
I gotta know.
Did I kneel?
At her altar.
And her, that is
I'm
horrible.
I don't know
That
about
is
kneeling.
horrible.
It wasn't no kneeling. But hey, instantly in
So
that
we know why
moment.
we missed church.
My bad.
We know what
We missed
Sunday was that we missed
we missed
church.
church.
We
Hey,
know why we missed.
Yeah, instantly in that moment, it was
Oh,
like
my God.
her ass gone.
You know what's crazy is I feel like God gives us things
Somebody
in.
laugh
I feel like God gives us things in the moment for sure, and He's like, you either gonna bite this or you not. And for him, for you, that was God in the moment,
Yeah,
showing you like.
I got rid of
Because
it.
she had said it a different way,
No.
and you would have
No,
been
they gotta take that back.
See, I left
absolutely
stuff
not.
out.
Like if she would have just been like,
I left.
baby, you're tired, I'm tired.
No,
We can no.
I just
She
woke
should have
up.
waited like 5
Forget
minutes
about
before
it,
she
though.
was like, turn.
No.
But think about that. A smart woman,
Yeah.
talk about the proverb, a smart woman would say, hey, baby, we can have church here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but,
Why would she say
I
that?
thought we-
pray?
but no,
Yeah,
she said
Look,
it.
I thought we was gonna stop there.
No,
I
she
honestly
said
did.
it. She said you can have your church here.
No, she's talking about that.
But when she said it, she pulled the comforter back and she laid back and she spread open.
I'm
You can have your
embarrassed
church
in
right
front of
here.
the Lord.
I'm getting
Okay.
secondhand
Yeah.
and I wasn't even.
Hey, I'm gonna say her name. Hey,
Oh.
Pasha.
Oh.
Hey, I ain't gonna say your last name, Pasha. But that was some foul. Yeah, that was
So
foul.
she didn't check all your boxes. She didn't check all your boxes.
Pasha. Pasha.
Well, that was a
Good
club
mama
name.
was
Hey,
right.
that was hey.
Her
That,
mama don't make the decisions either.
that was a club name.
Oh.
Hey, she one of them girls. She had a
Oh,
card.
club name?
She had a card with a club name on
You
it.
the red flag. You the
Well, if we expected
Hey, wait.
her to be like, yeah, baby, let's
Wait,
go
no.
to church.
Hey, that
Club?
wasn't a strip club name. No,
It
see,
don't gotta be a
back
strip
in those
club.
days.
Club name.
Hey, y'all too young. But back in those days, we used to roll
Thank
out.
God.
You'd have a business card.
Oh.
With, we call it your club card. You have your name on it or the name you wanted to be called. You see what I'm saying? So her club name was Pasta something else. But when I looked at the ID, it said this is something else. you see what I'm saying?
What's another box, man?
Concubine.
Hey.
One of my
Okay,
boxes,
so look,
man,
since I know the comments
a woman
is
do have
probably-
to- a woman has to know God, know how to pray.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I do.
Yeah.
And I gotta lead the family. I'm responsible.
Mhm.
So at least have somebody. I might need somebody to pray for me.
If she
Prosperity.
doesn't know how to
Everybody.
pray.
I know I
Hey.
didn't say
See
that was my
prosperity up there.
second box, but me personally, my boxes I guess are very simple when it comes to a man. I just need him to have some confidence about himself, some passion,
I like that.
and
Well, man,
some
look,
patience.
that package.
And you'd be surprised.
You know my main box?
What was the key word? Supposed to?
You know my main box?
What is it?
My main box for a woman. How you gonna make me better? How you gonna help me?
That is
How you gonna
us.
help
That's
me?
us fighting the red flag.
No.
You know, trying to-
Cause see, I'm looking
That's a
for
good question.
I'm looking for a Proverbs 31 woman, and it says she will make her husband's name great in the city.
True.
How are you gonna make me better? How are you gonna help perfect where I'm at, what I'm doing? Like me and you together, how does it make me greater? How does it make me better?
How do you multiply?
That's where the team aspect.
A ski mask.
I was gonna say, what is
Team
the?
aspect.
My question is there, and if there is, what is the difference between helping you become a greater man and molding you?
What you mean?
But
Is
I'm
there a
already on my
difference?
way. Like, okay, apparently,
Is there a difference?
I'm already
Yeah.
on my way.
Okay.
So a woman coming in my life and just holding in, hey, but you need me to work with the taxes, you need me to help with reading your bio, you need me to help with whatever I might need. I don't really need to come and do it anyway, but that woman takes the mental stress off when I come home.
Okay.
makes your life
Makes-
easy.
She's in charge of the health of the house, which is the food.
Okay. So we've gone through the molding process.
Well, okay, let me redo this. All right, when I say molding,
Yeah, please.
let me use a different word
Yes.
because you make it molding sound
Yeah.
like
Yeah, yes.
like you mold him towards his purpose. That's not it. When I say molding, I'm speaking more of customization. You see what I'm saying? Because you are a woman, but you're not.
Okay.
molded or you're not customized to me.
Customization is a better word.
That's better.
Yeah,
I do
customization.
It's a good word.
I do
Okay.
like that. I do
Custom.
like
Tailored.
Tailored
I went
towards me.
tailored suits.
Yes.
The woman need to be tailored for Kevin Brown. That doesn't make sense. Because what I'm doing in my purpose, it got to make sense. Yeah, pray for me and I'm going to pray for you.
Yeah.
But
When I got to come home and fought the world, hey, pump me up, sex me up, and then, hey, you got to put that suit back on.
Yeah.
Go on back out there.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to go out there. You know, you got to go back out there.
No.
Stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? The woman got to compliment, the woman got to have her own stuff. The Proverbs 31 woman had her stuff together. She ain't come lacking in no way. I advise any woman to read Proverbs 31. And that woman had everything together, and she made her man, her household great, and her man, she supported him to the fullest.
so that is definitely needed. That is needed before we can enter a relationship. Is is it? Are we saying that's the stability?
No, we're
of
talking
it all,
about
or-
bosses. Let me tell you, everybody's boss is going to be different.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But when two people come together, they start agreeing. And then when two people come together, they're compatible. Sometimes people are not compatible. They just go off of the physical and other things. And that ain't going to sustain you. But compatibility, can we build something together?
Can we actually?
After we get up? After we get up?
There's a lot of people that look great on paper. Like, they should be compatible. They should work together. And the personalities clash.
Been there.
So, I mean, that's something, too. Yeah, they might check all your boxes, but if the personality isn't there, you got to...
It's a
for the women,
combination
you got to
somewhere.
figure out what you care about more. Do you care about all your boxes being checked? Do you care about a man with the personality that that you like? That's really hard to find both. You got both. That's a blessing. Work on it.
My ex-wife gonna hate me because I was married to somebody on paper. I even said this to her, so I can say this now. I said, on paper, we good business. You know what I'm saying? I made good money. She made good money. She had good benefits. So I had no benefits. We gelled, together on paper. We look good. Okay? But then personality rise, long term, I started to realize she wasn't really passionate enough. You know what I'm saying? She
Passion.
We had the conversation and I was like, hey, this is what I think I need. This is what we lacking. This is what I'm lacking, yada, yada. And her response was like, well, this is just who I am.
I do hate that response.
Unmoldable.
Uncustomizable.
Yeah, but it was too late.
But it shouldn't be too late.
No, it was too late. But it was my fault, though. It's my fault.
Okay.
Because when I showed interest in her originally, she didn't have interest in me. She said I had too much drama, too many kids, yada, yada. But she was part of the friend group. So we hung out a lot, like on weekends, but in a group. And I'm kicking with other women, but I'm never really kicking with her solo. So I spent a year and a half dating everybody but her. Then after that year and a half, we had this little conversation. I realized we was in a relationship. I didn't know it.
She took herself off the market?
I didn't realize it because we went out to Fat Tuesdays one night and I was drinking. She told me, you can't be drinking on one night like that. I said, girl, you can't tell what to do. You need to stop drinking like that. I said, yeah, like my old lady or something. She go, what? You don't want me to be? You need to tell me now. I'm like, whoa, when this start? when
did we get to this point?
Right. So I spent a year and a half dating everybody but her. I never took her out solo. If we went somewhere, it was a group. If I had a cookout, she came over in the group. You see what I'm saying? So now we're in a relationship.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, but I didn't realize at the time I never dated her. I seen her all the time.
Yeah.
But I never dated her.
Did she check your box?
Huh? Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
No. I have a question about it. What box didn't she check that you decided to look past?
That was my question.
I thought she was low key selfish, and then I realized she spent all her life, and it was she had no kids. She had to not be concerned with anybody but self.
But herself.
So I was like, well, when she started having kids, the nurturing side would kick in, yada yada yada. So we got married.
Yeah.
She had the first kid, so it kicked in. But for the kid, not me.
It's actually funny that you say that because that was one of my personal boxes that I had put down is being ready to be selfless and to be able to take yourself out of that cut, especially with somebody in that situation where all they've had to do is worry about themselves the whole time.
Yeah.
That's all a woman may know or a man may know sometimes. So before getting into a relationship, that is definitely a personal box that I have for myself is being ready to serve my man and being ready to think about somebody other than just me. So
I just thought of a new box.
What's a new box?
Look.
Because I was thinking about her, and I looked at her, and I looked at her family, the previous generation, right? And I realized everybody was single, right? And then that's another thing that I said to myself: she never seen a loving relationship between a man and a woman, because the previous generation, yeah, she had aunts, they had kids, but everybody single. There's no long term relationship. I said she never seen that. I said, okay, well, I'm gonna show it to her. You see what I'm saying? And I even pointed it out to her. I said, it seems like this. I said it the wrong way. I said, there's a curse on your family. Like curse. I say, yeah, look, everybody's single. I call our names. And got away, boom, 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 boom. Everybody's single. I say, we're together. Then your cousin and I ain't gonna say their name are together. I said, but no, there's no other relationships in your family. With all the women. I said, and all the men in your family that got women, they don't come around the family. You see what I'm saying?
You know, and those are the only people probably.
And I say, so, you know, we have to break that curse. They say, what about your family? I say, yeah, they're dysfunctional too.
Everybody's family.
You marry your family.
Yeah, so the box I'm going to add, you need to check her family history.
Yep.
Is it full of relate? Like I said last week, if you meet a girl and her mother is chronically single.
Is that part of the mental evaluation? Just looking at the family?
That's course.
For me, that's one of my boxes, though, too. I want to know if you have as a man, I need to know if you have a good relationship with your mom. It is a deal breaker if you don't.
That's a good box.
You don't care about the person.
Hey, why is
you ain't never going to care about me.
I'm on upstairs.
Okay? That's a good man. Good man, y'all.
Yeah. You know what? I've been my mama's husband since 79. And when my dad died, she never remarried.
I know that's right.
And now I think about it, us kids, we didn't allow that.
I heard that.
We done ran a couple of them out, bro. We ran a couple. Hey, mom, I'm sorry.
It ain't nothing wrong with that.
Hey, if you watching this, we just didn't think they was capable. We didn't think they was able, and they weren't gonna replace my dad. Okay, that was not gonna happen.
Is that just I guess a young man thing? I feel like a lot of young men just, you know, like, you ain't finna date my mama. She too hot.
The closest guy.
Yes.
And hey, shout out John if you watching our show.
He's a good one, John.
Up there in where's it? I think John is in Baltimore now.
Okay.
Hey, shout out, bruh. You know, you taught me some things. Okay, you know what John taught me when I bought my first crib up in Atlanta? I was gonna get some furniture. He said, "Hey, man, when you go get some furniture, then you buy furniture that's going to last 15, 20 years. He said, don't go buy cheap furniture that you're replacing every 3 to 5 years. Right. Like that. That's the best advice he gave me. And then, so every time I buy furniture, it's like I always buy furniture that's going to last. Matter of fact, let me tell you how long my furniture lasts. When I get rid of my old furniture, my sons get it, right? So when I go over their house,
still lasting good.
I feel like hey, this all my shit.
We just saw the decorations from Daddy's house.
Yeah. So we didn't allow my mom to move on. You know. So I'm gonna apologize that, Mom. So when you watch this, and I'm gonna play it for you so you can see it. Yeah, we allowed her to move on. We didn't think anybody was qualified.
Is that a box that you all pay attention to as men? Like how we pay attention to a man's relationship with his mother? Do you all pay attention to the relationship that we have with our fathers?
I do now. Yeah.
Do now.
Next question.
Our fathers or our mamas?
Yeah, like
we have the luxury of having relationships with our fathers. But,
yeah.
you know.
So I look at that's an important thing. Sometimes you look at how they talk about their father, but some of them straight tell you how they feel about their father.
Or don't.
Do you feel like that can? Do you feel like it's possible for a woman with, I guess, quote unquote, daddy issues to be able to still love a man and follow a man properly? Yeah.
Well,
take a little work.
And she do the research.
The research.
Because
and do the work.
A father's responsibility to his daughter is to show her what a real man looks like. You see what I'm saying? How he carries himself.
Say that again.
Father's responsibility to his daughter is to show her what a real man looks like. How he carries himself, how he loves on the mother and deals with her. So when she's out there, she know what she's looking for. So a lot of women out there, y'all got y'all boxes, but you don't know what you're looking for. You don't know what it look like. You know, you're like, nah, that's not it. Oh, damn, I got a baby now. You know, it's like that.
Yeah.
You know, you don't know what it looks like. You know, and I would say a mother's responsibility is to show her sons. Know what it looks like. But quick joke of reality. If I go out and I meet you and I say, hey, how your mom and them doing? And you be like, well, we don't really talk or what? Huh? My family? Well, you know, if they don't F with you, they know you better than I do.
They sure do.
So I ain't gonna mess with you either.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that about homeless people. I feel like, where you?
So I do agree.
You ain't got no money. I'm not giving you no money either.
Wait a minute.
I will give you some food.
I learned this from Tyler Perry.
Some food, yes, maybe.
I learned from Tyler Perry. I don't care if you see the homeless or you see the person with a addiction, there's a story there.
Oh yeah.
There is a reason, okay? And sometimes the reason may be that family or some family members while they're in that given situation. So you can't just cast them off. You know, if you're not going to take the time out to find out the story, don't give the conviction.
Or my
I'm like again.
If you're not going to take the time out to find out the story, don't give them the conviction.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? Because, man, we all been through some stuff, right? And when you see me in a situation, you don't know how or why I'm there, okay? Yeah. So don't, people say, you never walk in my shoes? You ain't never breathe breath in my lungs. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't got to walk, because if you move, you're going to fall, in certain situations. But no, so it's like, we look at stuff, we have to get the backstory before we pass any judgment, at all. So,
I think I just, very simple box that I just got brought back to a little bit from that. But I just want to say intelligence.
Wait, duh.
Intelligence.
Break that down.
So,
there. Here.
We can say, to keep it broad, we can say on all aspects. If I'm putting precedence over another aspect, I definitely want you to have emotional intelligence. That is
That's part of the cycle. That's part of the cycle valve.
Okay, that's okay. We already determined whether you're crazy or not. It can handle your emotions.
If we're watching the evening news and you see something and start crying,
whoa! Wait a minute. That means that I'm emotionally.
It's the freaking news. You don't know none of them mofos.
No, but it's sad.
What?
It's sad. If I see a sad story, if y'all watching the news and you have something that you can relate to, you see a story, somebody's grandmother passed away.
You're not in control of your emotions.
Because I'm sad.
I'm gonna show you.
Emotional beings, and if it's okay,
I can watch a movie and cry.
I still cry on Lion King, and I don't care.
Lion King.
On Lion King, when Mufasa dies, that's crazy.
When he's
crazy
like dead,
and his brother did it. We're not about to get it.
Really? Really? Hey, you know what?
It's so much.
Hey.
Cry every time, y'all.
There's levels to this. Yeah. Okay, I don't vibrate at that level. Okay.
But I think that's also why it's a box, because
What box? Hold on. What box?
Emotional intelligence and just understanding your emotions. Because as a man, I'm not gonna fault you if you cry at the same. Look, I am an empathetic. I care. Like,
you're not gonna put up with your man crying every time you see him.
Not every time.
Okay. There you go.
But if we both watching
No.
Hey,
it's a stigma.
Hey,
we let our men cry. Good
if your man watching Lion King and he crying, he ain't your man. He your son. Okay? He's your son. Okay?
Lion King was a bad example.
So you
but
want to
still.
come get your arms?
Man,
Get your arms and cry
I'm not gonna come get in your arms.
No. You cool with that? You want your man?
Okay.
If my man comes to me and he's like, baby, I was just scrolling on my phone and I saw this just real sad story, and it just really, I'm gonna give him a hug. I'm gonna be like, baby, I feel you. That'll make me cry too.
Why this?
We talking about
It's not.
You gonna be looking like, is he crying again?
I know I cry, so.
We talking about you.
We're talking about
you say I get a pass.
Yeah, you.
Good women. Most of us feel like it is okay for our men to cry.
Yes.
Like,
really?
Yes. What's crazy is something.
Hey, you know what?
Something.
I must ain't never. I shouldn't even say that, but I'm saying it anyway. I must have never seen no good women. I ain't never felt comfortable.
Yeah,
But that's as a man. That's normal. That's normal. Society makes y'all uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It ain't society. I'm built.
It does make y'all uncomfortable showing your emotions for sure.
Well,
And
I show it. I show
you
it.
should be able to show those emotions to your significant other. And if you can't, that's terrible. You should
Hey,
be
bro.
able to.
Hey, bro. Give me a camera.
yeah.
If you're a grown man and you crying to your old lady, you are a Mitch. Okay? Because she's sitting there looking. She's sitting there looking at you like, you supposed to cover me. You supposed to protect me. You laying in my arm like a little Mitch.
But this isn't on like a daily basis. This is
one time.
You can cry one time once a year.
I had a comment. It was a young lady. And I told her. And yeah, she told me had a situation with her and her child, and her and the baby daddy went to the doctor. She look over getting the stuff from the diagnosis from the doctor. She look over. And she being strong.
Okay.
Let them cook.
Okay. And since she got home, again, something going on with him or whatever. She look over again.
Twice in one day. Wait. Twice in one day.
Hey, no. I'm just saying how this went now. She said, and she said it did something to her. She said, now I'm supposed to be crying to him and climbing up in his arm in these times, and I gotta be the strong one? Who the hell am I crying to? And she said, her pussy dried up. And she said she never looked at she never looked at it the same, and she left.
But I guess my question.
Wait. Real man cry. Real weak man.
Is a lot. That's a lot.
Twice a day is a lot.
We need to hone in on what this man is actually shedding a tear for, because a lot of times when you shed those tears, it's not something in the moment. There's a lot of build up that's been happening. And yes, she was dried up because twice in one day is actually that's pretty feminine.
You see that?
We're not discussing twice in one day. We're discussing being vulnerable.
Where's the man? Where's the rock of the family at?
See,
Exactly.
but my question, but why? Why in that? If
You
I'm
go to the backyard, take a ride, take a whatever with his friend. He don't do that in front. What is family? So his woman looking at him when the hard times hit. Everybody in there crying.
If I'm listening, if my man and I go to the doctor, we learn something about our child, and he takes that harder than what I take it.
That's a lot to take in, and you can cry.
You can cry.
Let me help you out.
Why can't I understand my man
cry.
is supposed to be strong, but why can't I be the strong woman in that moment? If I can handle that better than my man.
I'm about to tell you. You want to tell?
Go ahead.
Michael Strahan told a story about his father.
Okay.
He said his father say, son, if your sister and you got a problem, you can go to your mom or you come to me and you can cry. Your mom got a problem, she can come to me and she can cry. Then he says, who do I have to go to? And Mike said, nobody. He said, exactly.
Why?
So the buck stops here. Okay? Exactly.
And so forgive me, but you're the man of the house, and you have to hone all that.
You gotta hone all of that.
No.
So when I drop something and you lash out, this makes sense because nigga, we should have cried. This is crazy.
No, it's the way we do process the anger, the hurt, whatever it is in that moment. But a man gotta be taught these things. That's why so many
Emotional intelligence. Emotional
because
intelligence.
they don't know how to
process.
But that is because society has made it so strange for y'all to even
It's not
discuss your
strange.
feelings.
No,
I can discuss
We
it.
discuss it, but
We talk all the time.
We talk. Let me say, if you my girl or whatever, and we talking about something hard, and you bring it to me, and we both crying. No. You cry. I'm coming up with solutions. I'm thinking, what's the next move? Yeah, I'm gonna. If I feel like I need to cry or something,
So how many cry passes do you get? You get no cry passes.
Cry pass.
On time I cry.
As a man, you get no time to cry.
At a funeral.
That's
my
it.
son died.
Yeah.
That's it.
That was last year.
Yeah.
My mom and my son.
Now, personally, you don't feel like you have.
You know what?
I done tried to cry before it didn't come out.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you this.
Okay.
I'm gonna do this. And shout out to Michael Basin when he said, "Man, cry in the dark."
Yes.
I have cried alone with no witnesses. Okay,
And you
I have to
prefer
tell
it?
you. Yeah.
I'm talking to God. It's
Look,
not God.
I just okay.
Exactly. I was at my my homeboy Randy, may rest in peace, at his funeral, and I was crying, and we was on the way to the repast. My daughter Jasmine said, "Dad, I never saw you cry before." I go, "Did you have video? Did you record it?" She goes, "No." I said, "Well, that never happened." And I meant that. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably cry in October. She get married this year. I think I'm
Look, I'm just what is the young Miss Val? You are correct.
No. I was going to address that. Hey, Miss Val, you say 2025 men cry. You left out a word. Emasculated men cry. Okay? Now. Emasculated men cry.
Now what? You go home and that man start crying, you're gonna be like, if you drive, that's I'm just saying. The woman told me, it was a young woman.
Yeah.
And she said they did something to her, like, and she looked over and he
Twice
was
in one
bawling,
day,
and she was like, well, who I was supposed to cry to? I can't get in his arm. She had to go grab him.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. And then I'm calling Indigo and I'm like,
see what happened, right? After he cried, hold on, you cried a little too much here. I need somebody else to come help with this cry. You see what I'm saying? That's what we're saying.
What about women that cry?
So what is wrong with me crying?
I'm like, you're not a crier though. Men deal with women that are actually criers.
You ever had a woman cry because doing sex?
Yes.
Oh God.
Yes.
Wait a minute.
I've done that.
So
I've done that.
Okay.
So shit, crying and then that little tear that
No. I'm talking crocodile.
Well, why were you crying?
It was good. It was too good.
Were you crying or was it a little tear that you could?
Hey, no. Okay, you know what was said one time? They was crying. Everything was just so perfect. I was like, I need to write this shit. I need to write this down. I need to recreate this.
It was just
the emotion.
It was the emotions.
So in that moment you were checking boxes.
You actually like
No, he was hitting the box. Hey. He found the other zone in the box.
Okay, so as a woman, that is a box that we like to check, and we do like to think we do like to do things properly. There's that 30-day rule, that 90-day rule.
30-90.
30-90. You waste a lot of time waiting that 30, 60, 90 days. Sometimes we just need a good little thigh out and just to see if this is going to be
Hold on.
It's a little sampler.
I'm a helper. You know what I used to say back in the day?
What?
Listen, we can spend the next 2, 3 months, 6 months going out, having a great time, and then we get down to do. It just might not be hitting right, you know.
That's crazy.
And you just wasted 6 months.
We can go ahead. We can knock it off now. Yeah. No, we can knock it off now.
Yes. Oh yes.
But that was.
What box is it?
We know we're gonna
sexual
cheat.
pleasure or is it?
If it's little.
If it's little, that's
Wait. Hold on. What your devil? Because she done made this comment a lot.
That's
What's little? See, some of you women have been displaced by toys.
Okay,
so our toys aren't penetrable. Like
and I will say, you're talking to a woman that does not use toys. Okay. I've never done that.
So what box is be checking? Is it?
It's the box of pleasure. Can you please me?
I got a size box because if you don't know what you're doing, but the size is
wait. See, hey, Baz.
That pinky.
Baz.
We not doing this. We're gonna waste each other's time, and I'm gonna be a bitch.
Hey, but what if the problem is the size of your box?
Oh. That's a problem too. That's okay.
That's a customizable thing.
But if I go in there,
customizable thing.
Hold on. Hey, if I walk in there,
no, we're talking about the opposite way of customization because I've met. And I'm like, excuse me, where are you about to put that? Because
you're in a relationship. Hey, you said you're in a relationship.
Okay, she's talking about prior to her relationship.
I'm trying to help
you. Prior to the relationship, we just making sure the box is protected.
Yes.
That's all.
So that's a box, okay.
Hey, man,
So I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I have this experience, and I'm actually gonna say his name because.
Don't do that.
Hey, y'all want your name? Y'all want your name, right?
Just give me the first letter. I don't know who it is.
It was this man named Malcolm, dog. Like, I did it so right. Like, we talked and we dated for like, I think it was honestly like roughly 60 days. And yo, I drove to, he was a coach, he was a basketball coach. I drove to Alabama to see him because his team was finally playing out there. And so, you know, we've been talking, dating, hanging out. I want to see it. I'm excited. Like,
Like, you want to see it? Like, you want to see the game? You said, I want to see it. You mean the game? Or?
No, I wanted to see it, but like I don't do the pictures and stuff. I don't do like
because y'all know y'all love to take a certain angle with
you send me gas money. I get to watch a basketball game. I'm in a different state. This is gonna be a little fun. Yes. I drive all the way to Alabama. I'm in Georgia, y'all, so it's like an hour and 15, 20 minutes. I've never seen this man was 6'4", pinky, and I was just upset I wanted my 60 days back. Yeah. Oh. I wanted all 60 days back. I was mad. I know you sent me gas. I wanted more gas.
Did you get hey.
I was so upset.
Maybe he was just gonna pinpoint on like a one spot up there at the top, and he'd have made it do what it do.
You can't reach up there.
I didn't even want, and I'm not.
You can't even reach up there.
I was upset because why wouldn't you want me?
That's a box.
Why you put that man's name out here? You know how many Malcolms out there right now? It ain't me. She went talking about it.
That's horrible.
It's a lot of Malcolms. Ladies, if you're dealing with a Malcolm, check.
Oh, Lord.
Get up out of there.
All we talking about is what boxes need to be checked before you get into a relationship. And the women saying the box of pleasure.
And I can piggyback off of that because I will always tell people, my mom watches. That's why we cry. But like, but one of the, I like to call him the first real boyfriend I had. I say real boyfriend. No, previous. A previous.
You are really.
Hey, look, these are all things that are known. These are all things, stories that have already been told in my current relationship. I'm going to watch
CNN for the next 48 hours.
The funny thing is, my current boyfriend knows the man that I'm about to talk about. So, like,
we're very honest.
Very honest. But I tell people all the time, when I think about that man, like I told y'all earlier, I think one of the best signs to date was an Aquarius. That man was everything to me. He was, when I tell you that man led, that man couldn't have been any better. And then we got to the bedroom. And so, you know we couldn't.
That's it.
He could not perform.
Was it like ED?
No, it wasn't even that. It was just.
It was a pinky.
It wasn't enough to do anything.
I call him power.
And what you did, talk to him through it.
Hey, she made him a plate.
What you gonna do?
Hey, not gonna tell nobody.
Hey, she made him a plate. She made him a plate. like she you must be hungry.
I'm not gonna lie, it is a red flag when a man like off rip, he checks all my boxes. When he's this, he's that, and ain't nobody checking for you, it's little. It
automatically.
You say what?
What do you mean nobody's checking for you?
Say it again.
If you're a perfect man, but you don't have in our eyes, but you don't have however you value it, multiple women coming at you, like whatever. Baby, there's something wrong below the waist.
We don't tell y'all all our business.
Which is why no. So no, you don't. But when you deal with a man, you know when he's busy. You know when he's not available.
See, that goes back to a woman want a man that other women want. Other women dealing with.
Why would I want something that nobody else wants? That's insane. That's crazy.
I don't gotta want it. Why would you
want something that nobody else wants?
You know what? That's a joke. That's a joke.
You know that lane with everybody in this one lane, and you like, damn, why ain't nobody in this lane? I'm gonna go in this lane. There's a car right down in this lane.
Hey, you know what I told my old lady one time? I go, yeah, fine. Yeah, if they're good. Say, anybody hit on you? She goes, no. No one ever hits on me.
Oh.
I go, shit, I gotta trade you in. I don't want that nobody else want. I must have missed it.
I gotta trade you. No, because you're molding.
What?
So what happens to women that get in relationships
and can't perform themselves, or
is that a thing?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Hey, what man? You ever got to the point where you ready to deal with a chick and she turns into a starfish?
Oh, wait.
So wait. Look, so wait. I'm sorry, but I'm not a starfish, but I'm what they. Yes, I am a pillow princess. I am a pillow princess, but I feel like that also. If I can explain myself,
what is a pillow princess?
A pillow princess. Oh, but I don't have to do much because what I did to get us started was enough.
Wait.
After that, baby, be the man that you are and do whatever you want to do with his body. Yes. There you go.
Oh, you can mold it, you can flip it, turn it.
You can flip it, turn it,
Oh,
bend it.
that's not a starfish. That's not a starfish.
That's not a starfish. No, we talking about that man know what he's doing. That's all it is. You're Scorpio.
Scorpios.
Hey, that's a new show. Hey, that's a new show. Who are the freakiest women?
Who?
I'm asking who the freakiest women.
I don't know. We don't
Like
know
sign
women.
wise or
Since y'all speaking signs.
I don't deal with women.
I was
So
gonna say
Becky, I think all women. The
Hey.
white man will bring that out of
See,
I do agree with
somebody
that.
told me that one time.
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna say his name. I don't even like the dude, right?
Oh.
Smooth said to me one time. He said, "Hey man, how you find all these freaks?" I said, "Bro, every woman is a freak. You just got the ability to bring the freak up out them."
Yeah, you gotta do that.
Yeah.
You gotta do that. So we'll talk about if anybody talk about what boxes need to be checked before you get a relationship, and the women was hovering over
Size. Follow what it is.
Pleasure.
size. The man got to better take care.
I think Bash got some other issues.
I don't know why I'm gonna be picked. So I'm like,
Hey, I think Bash.
you know my issue.
I think you better
that like a
go.
box
You
for
fall up in
y'all?
there. You get
That's
to walk.
not a pleasure. It's
What?
not a.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. Hey, you stepping on my joke. Yeah. Hey, I think you be down there, you fall in there, you walk around, you bump into somebody. Hey, bro, what you doing here? You be like, bro, I don't know, but if you help me find my keys, we gonna drive up.
That is horrible.
Somebody's box.
Yes,
You can't speak about my earth.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody laughing.
Like throwing a hot dog down the hallway. Huh?
What?
Like throwing a hot dog down the hallway, huh?
You want to
It's like that?
Look, the women, I don't know who you talking about, but they, whoever.
Ooh, you didn't hear?
Yeah,
Okay.
it wasn't me.
Okay.
Oh, you didn't hear that part.
What? Okay.
What other box? Any other box before we go?
All right.
Produce over there with a mouth.
All right, let's see.
Any more boxes? Make sure they stable.
Oh yeah.
Make sure everybody on the same
Stability
page.
is-
Yeah.
Make sure you get a relationship up front. Up front, let it be known what your negotiable.
Yes.
Some things I just ain't gonna go for. I don't smoke. But hey, you know what I'm saying? I want no problem. That's not a box that's not a non-negotiable. Certain things.
It is.
Smoke cigarettes, you be.
No.
That's
No.
nasty.
Let's specify
No.
what
I'm
I'm
just saying, he said
gonna
smoke.
ask questions up front.
Yeah.
Any questions in D. Williams? What you like, Miss Val?
They just laughing at us.
Yeah.
Look,
How you
having a
doing,
good old
Val?
kiki.
How you doing, Prosperity?
Yeah. We don't like women that smoke.
You don't or you do?
I mean, like, if I'm out vibing, kicking it, having a great time, and she light up a cigarette or whatever,
Ew.
I say, I'll be right back. I ain't coming back.
I'll be right back.
I am not coming. I've done that. I am not coming back. When I grew up, my mom smoked and my dad smoked. My dad smoked Cools and my mom smoked Virginia Slims. I just hated smoke all my life growing up. And so then it's like think about it. I ain't got no friends that smoke.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
good.
Like people are like for years in my cars and in my homes I have no ashtrays. In my cars I have no cigarette lights. I will pull them out.
Yeah.
I actually look for that in a man personally. I do indulge in marijuana here, but
Gummies good.
so or
Cannabis.
Cannabis.
Yeah.
I do,
Yeah.
but cigarettes are a deal breaker for me too. I
Yeah.
think that's to me. If you're smoking cigarettes, I don't feel like you care about your health. Health is a really big box for me. As far as weight, as far as what you intake.
Oh, so that's a box too. So health. Is that a
Yeah.
box?
Oh, that's
yeah.
a huge
Oh,
one.
yeah.
For me, that's the only. I mean, not the only reason I don't like cigarettes, but that's a main reason why I don't do. I can't with somebody that vapes or cigarettes. I don't do either of them.
So health, finances, pleasure. What else?
If we want to keep it surface level, physical attraction.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Because
Go ahead.
I know that.
So short men.
I personally, my 2 rules before I got into my current relationship: you can't be shorter than me, you can't be younger than me. Those was the 2.
So your current relationship is...
He's older than me and he's taller than me.
Okay.
Just right, like if we're just right off the gate, like before I even...
You guys look like a match for sure.
Like I need, and that just, I guess, another big box for me. Either however you want to classify it, I classify it as dominance. You can say masculinity. I need you to be able to exert that dominance.
Oh, you'll be crying.
No, that is different.
If we're in the club. Okay. And I'm walking up to the bar and you at the bar crying.
And he's
that's different.
Then that's different.
Yeah. Push you in the way.
That's
different. But if me and my man who been together for 3, 4, 10, 12 years,
my man.
And we sitting there and we watching a movie and the little girl on the movie passed away and we both shed a tear.
I'm the second way animals.
That man ain't about to shed them.
I can watch Old Yellow 100 times. Okay, and it's just a damn dog. Okay, and I love dogs. Okay,
but that ain't your dog. I can't watch Marley and Me. I saw it one time. Never saw it again. The dog died at the end, and I was
side story.
I didn't like it.
How sensitive I am. Ash and I literally went to the crab spot the other day.
Oh my god!
And she
would not eat shrimp because of the movie Shark Tale. When he had a family,
he's like, I have a family, and I got kids, and I can't eat.
That is not emotionally stable, bro. Okay.
Yes, it is.
That is not emotionally stable.
Yes, it is.
Our producer, okay.
Okay.
Look good.
It's a freaking shrimp.
So before
if you have nothing else to eat,
if I have nothing else to eat, then
yes, that shrimp will save your life.
But just on a day-to-day basis, that shrimp with the head on, to be specific.
Oh, that is.
I can't.
Watch
I
this.
can't. Look
every meat that you ever ate had a head on it.
But I didn't see it with the head on it. When it got to me, I have seen pictures. But when it got to my plate,
but that steak and that cow look
different. I know where the shrimp thing come from.
Where?
That man.
Oh my God!
You know what's crazy is my head on the shrimp was bigger than what I dealt with. I was upset.
Come on now.
Okay,
hey, man. Do we need to go? Do we need to do a GoFundMe for counseling?
Hey, I'm gonna keep on crying.
I don't know where Mr. Malcolm and his little shrimp is.
No. We're not talking about Mr. Malcolm.
Man. I'm fine. You better ask about me. Okay. So before we wrap it up, I had a question. So you mentioned one of your boxes were, oh my gosh, it was confidence.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I feel like that's a big one. Confidence in men and confidence in women.
Yeah,
I've met a lot of really beautiful, well put together women, no confidence
at all,
and that will get you thrown by the wayside because I don't want. Why aren't you confident in yourself? The low self-esteem thing, and that comes out with men a lot too. Also, men not being emotionally stable or emotionally intelligent. When they lack confidence, they don't know how to channel or articulate their what they want to even say because they lack confidence. And how, as a woman, that's a box that we check because how am I supposed to? I can't create confidence. It's either on you. It is.
Yeah.
You either have it or you don't. I can't create the confidence.
I think women sense it.
Oh yes. Oh.
We're emotional beings. Y'all want us to be so feminine.
No.
I think men have passes.
Final remarks. You can cry, baby.
Twice a year, and when something happens,
don't be telling that.
You can cry, baby. It's with me. You can cry. We can shed a tear together, not twice in the same day.
Hey man.
Don't do that.
No. By yourself. I don't care what. No, you hold her. You be rocking that family, man.
Hey, Indigo, that's not the proper way to prepare your man for the next woman.
For the next one. Wait a minute.
Because he ain't gonna be around that long.
No.
You know what? I'm definitely. She'll be all right. She'll be happy. Okay.
Hey, women. Hey, women. Y'all need to understand something. a lot of times you are preparing him for the next one. I know you're gonna first thing y'all gonna say, well, he preparing us for the next one. No, we just assisting you out of our life. Okay.
When you're a good woman, you never.
What?
Yeah, when you're a good woman, but when you're a good person, people gravitate towards you. Good people gravitate towards
Right.
you. You're never gonna be
alone. I'm a good
I
person.
ain't never had somebody not spend.
Even when I'm by myself.
I ain't never had
somebody not spend the block.
And you can't come back, baby.
At all.
Why didn't your address change?
Why are you still popping up? Why I gotta change my
it's
address?
Like, when a relationship is over, if you make no changes, the other person was probably right.
Not necessarily. Because Mr. Blue Truck, who decided to tell me that I was, oh my God.
Blue Truck.
So we call him Mr. Blue Truck. You know who
Mr. Repo.
Mr. Repo is crazy. Yeah, no, I'm not sure where I was going with it, but no.
Where's he at now?
Oh Lord, well.
Not with that blue truck.
I was gonna say wherever the air and the metro takes him.
Yeah.
Because last time I checked, he told me that his car got stolen, but he used to have to jump his car every time he got in it. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you trying to tell me somebody saw your vehicle, had to get in, jump it, get out, jump it, and then it got repoed. It got repoed, and it's okay. It's okay.
Wait, did you see the car get repoed?
I didn't, and I don't care.
That's common sense.
No,
what did you say? Intelligence?
I had a car. I had a car early in life that I couldn't afford to get a battery. Okay? So it had a stick. So every time I parked, it was on the hill, or I had to get a jump. I just told a story to somebody today. That's just so funny. But I had to get a jump, okay, because I couldn't afford a battery. Because I was taking care of my fam, okay. So, but if he didn't have the car, or he had to jump it. Don't mean the guy. Now you talk to a person. I done had business.
It got stolen.
So it got stolen.
Out of all these cars on the lot,
I had 7.
Car, decided to jump it.
Hey, I'm telling you. Listen.
But I know I gotta get out and jump it again.
Hey, we all gotta pass.
Crazy.
I probably had 6 or 7 vehicles in my life to be repoed. Okay, that's early in life. Mm-hmm. I've been through that, but still, every time you see me, I don't always got a nice whip.
I want to know. What happened to the vehicle? Did it get repoed or not?
No. What I'm saying is, if you didn't see the repo truck, how you know it got repoed?
I don't. But what happened to it? So
maybe
we're off.
Maybe he just died on him completely.
So why would you show up?
We have a repo show.
We gonna have a repo show.
Hey, no, Bash be bashing Negroes, okay? With all the right
Bash be speaking facts.
Thank you.
If I have a car,
if y'all tuning in,
I'm tapping out.
They ain't gonna let you talk.
I'm tapping out.
I'm turning the mics off.
So if I pull up and I ain't in my car, it repo?
No, that's not the same thing.
Man.
Ken's good.
Ken Cut coming soon.
Now I ain't had a repo in 20 years, but I've had a repo.
If y'all tune in, we'll talk about what boxes need to be checked in relationships. We talk about everything. Relationship, finances, health, mental health.
Yeah, 2025. Repo running hard right now.
So just make sure you like, subscribe, follow Singleton Frontline on all platforms. Subscribe if you're just scrolling through and see us. Very interesting topic tonight. We want to thank Indigo for stopping by. Got some fun going on.
No, we don't.
Back. You can't say no, we don't. We'll be back.
We're going to repo that.
We'll be back. Also, we're on Roku TV. Download the app, Gift TV. Check us out.
Yes.
Hey, man, who are we?
Hey, I don't got no closing arguments.
You had your closing argument. He wrapped it up.
Hey, fellas. Wait, hold on. I got it. Hey, we Singleton. But, hey, fellas, check this out. Make sure you're capable of checking her boxes, but make sure your boxes are clean too. Okay? Do not try to date outside of your pay grade. Okay? Some of these women out here, you can't afford it. Okay? If you ain't on your game. Okay? And some of these women out here, they really don't deserve you. So be very selective because they outnumber you 13-1. So you got options. And every June, they got a new graduation class. Check them boxes.
Indigo, you want to say anything? Indigo, you got anything to say to the young lady?
At the end of the day, whether they check your boxes or not, find who has boxes checked, and they may not have all of them checked, but you just got to find who works for you and what works for you. Nobody is perfect, so all the boxes might not get checked. Just find somebody that can check most of them.
As women, we do have unrealistic boxes. Make sure your boxes are realistic if you're actually looking for love, if you're actually trying to date with purpose. Stop asking for things that you don't have. Find an equal. If you can date up, date up. But an equal is good too. Also, don't wait the 30, 60, 90 days before you know how
it is
pleasurable it is. At least see the size. That's all I got for you. Also, make sure you follow ATP_all things black on IG.
Who are we?
Who are we?
We Singleton.
And I'm Brown.
And we what?
Bad.
Oh.
We was live.
Bye, y'all.
Yeah.